Thank you, Dr. Richard and Mr. Isaac, for the insightful sharing session earlier. Next, we bring you the postgraduate hours, where lecturers Dr. Anil Singh, School of Business and Social Sciences, and Dr. Rama Hatia, School of Engineering and Technology. They will speak on industry trends, the classroom learning experience, and their perspective on the acquisition of important skills. Dr. Amir and Dr. Rama, please.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Dr. Rama, I believe you are quite new here.
Yeah, almost 1 year.
Almost a year. So what I would like to know, in fact, how do you feel, is the future of education, technology, how is that impacting us, the students today?
Yes, of course. If you see nowadays, we all are teaching online.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, so we are teaching online. So we have technology. Without this, can you imagine how will we teach in this pandemic if we don't have this technology?
Right, right.
We have a virtual environment facility.
Mm-hmm.
We are able to give the environment to our students the way we are doing in the physical. And even I would say this is better approach.
Mm-hmm.
Like, why in this modern learning, modern classroom teaching?
Right.
If you see, learning is what? When you are going to add something where we know, when we are going to add some more information,
Right.
where we are. In this modern classroom learning, we have n number of features available. You know, we can talk with our students like this, I'm sitting with you.
Right, right.
Yeah? So we have the facility, we can create the MCQ, we can plan some instructional videos,
Uh-huh.
yeah, so that without wasting our time.
So is that where the industry is leading us?
Yeah, of course, if you see, I would say IT industry especially.
Uh-huh.
IT industry is moving towards cloud computing,
Mm-hmm.
and various industries are moving towards IoT.
Okay. What's IoT anyway?
It's Internet of Things basically.
Uh-huh.
Everything which is able to communicate comes under IoT.
Right,
Yeah, any device. When one device is talking to other device,
right.
you can call it as IoT.
Uh-huh.
So if you see carefully, we are living into the world of digitization.
Right.
But what I believe in upcoming years, we will be in IoT everywhere. Like for example, why don't you see in your home? We all replaced the people with some robots. We have washing machines.
Right,
We replaced
right.
our helpers.
Mm-hmm.
We have the robot cleaners.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So we have dishwashers. So if you see carefully, slowly, these technologies are taking place. Yeah, they are replacing the people. And it is not wrong, I would say. Why? They are more efficient, less fuzzy,
Mm-hmm.
giving the perfect result. They have, I would say, more output as compared to the normal, what we put the helper at home. Yeah, so that's just a small example. So why not we push all these IoTs into the industries? Yeah, you see biotechnology, you see artificial intelligence, machine learning, all are industry trends. The people want online shopping.
Right,
Yeah, so everything is online nowadays, and I would say in this pandemic condition,
right.
yeah, so we need this.
But Dr. Rama, I find that the elder people, I mean, you are young, you are in technology, I appreciate that. But I find the older people may find it a bit difficult. How do you overcome that?
Well, that's the biggest true, but I would say we need to provide the instructional videos because they are able to see the videos.
Right,
You should give them training, like whenever you are creating some product, make sure your user training documentation
right,
must be as per the ages.
Right.
Yeah, for the maybe the 60 year above, you can make some good video to make them understood. Right, so that is more important when you're going to make some product and you're going to put some technology. How you're going to give the user training? Yeah, in the form of for the higher generation, you can make some videos. For the middle one, you can make some documentation. Yeah, so it's basically up to the industry, up to the company. Yeah.
So in the final day, you just now said that you feel that technology will be running our lives in 10 years. You are very confident in that. Do you think
Actually,
it is?
yes. If you see, like, I think everyone knows we are, normal people are able to go to the space also. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, so we just now saw in news, right? So why can't, I feel like, I mean, you imagine, Dr. Amir, when you morning you wake up, what do? You definitely maximum people looking for their phone.
Yes,
Yeah,
I
yeah,
believe.
yes, so see, previously the people is looking for their parents or they, I mean,
Yes.
I'm not saying don't go to your parents, but slowly, even we are not aware how we are moving towards technology.
Though I appreciate technology, would you not say that we are moving a little too fast? That when you say the first thing you do is look for your phone, isn't that addiction to the phone?
Well, yeah, but how can I say, this is a demand for today's life.
Yes, I believe so.
This is the
I
demand.
believe the young are. I've taken a train, MRT train, and out of 10 people, 9 were looking at their phones. The only one who wasn't was me, who was observing everybody else.
Yeah, but I would like to add one thing. Well, the technology industries are moving towards IoT, but I believe we need cyber security.
Cyber technology, that's
Cyber
even...
security, we need secure technology.
Yes.
Yeah, we need to save this world. Otherwise, this can go into other direction also. We need to save the technology with the upcoming threats, the malwares. Yeah. So, like you see recently in US, some oil company was having ransomware attack. So we need technology, but we need the secure technology. So our industry is now moving towards secure technology.
Right.
We're already living in the world of technology.
Yes.
But we need the secure technology. Our day should start with secure technology. Like we are talking about the smart cities, smart homes. How well secure they are. So now the companies are looking for security in their products.
So when you talk about this security, I think it's very important. However, is MDIS going in that direction?
Yes, of course. You see, myself,
Uh-huh.
I'm teaching in postgraduate and the graduate students
Right.
for the cyber security. The IoT, IT, all these things are the wonderful modules which MDIS is providing
Right.
via Teesside University.
Uh-huh.
So you know I am a program leader of Teesside University.
Right.
So we have normally direct touch with our university, how well, how the industries are moving towards the technology. So when I am saying cyber security, so the universities are also helping to create these courses in the form of, we have postgraduate in cyber security, we have bachelor in cyber security, we have even diploma in cyber security.
Oh.
Yeah, so we are pushing our students to go towards the future. The future demand of the industry is cyber security, yeah, in the technology. So we want the skilled people, we want the skilled ethical hacker, we want the skilled security analyst, the forensic investigator.
Right.
So yeah, we definitely
Wouldn't you say all this, whatever education, whichever faculty you come from, cyber security is needed?
I think so. If you look into any industry, whether it is food related industry, whether it is manufacturing, whether it is education, yeah, so they all need IT in some form. So whenever we have IT, we need the secure IT. Yeah, think about the situation, you have a smart home, yeah, but anyone can open the door of your home.
Yes, you can start cars and all that, you know?
Yeah, so your cars are smart, but there's a robbery, yeah. So we need some mechanism to give more protection in the technology also.
That's why there's a saying that you have to be smart.
You have to be
Operate a
smart enough to
smartphone.
use the smartphone, yeah.
So that comes under education, isn't it? How
Yeah,
you
it
going to
comes under the
educate?
education. Even for small things, let's suppose password, right? How many people are aware, what do you mean by strong password? It is very small thing.
Right.
We should educate people, use the smart technology, but in a very smart manner. Yeah. So, so when we are creating the technology, we should think about our older generation, our kids, our teenagers. So those who are not aware with this, so we need to change our technology into the smarter mode. You see nowadays banking, they are asking many questions. They are asking OTP, no, but they are giving us some device.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
they are asking code will come over there. In Singapore, I'm talking about.
Right.
Yes, yeah, so how? So they are improving in the security.
Yes, I agree with you. You know, many times I find IT a problem.
Yeah.
You know whom I ask for help? my grandson who is 9 years old.
Okay.
Really? And he comes to my phone and says, Grandpa, it's just tick, 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 tick. I say, Grandpa, I cannot tick, 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 tick. You show me how.
Yeah.
So he shows me. And they are very fast.
They are digitalized generation.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
let me. But what I'm worried about, when we people are making technology, we should skill our younger generation to move towards the secure technology. Let's take an example of, do you have Gmail account, Dr.
Yes,
Amir?
yes.
Do you feel prior to some 4, 5 years or 10 years, in the Gmail account, if you forget the password, what they do? They just ask you some security question and
Right.
give you the opportunity to create a new password.
Right.
But nowadays, we have more things.
I thought that was still the thing.
Nowadays, they're asking you to use some mobile device and click on the yes, then only you can recover a new password. So what they are doing, they're increasing the layers of security.
Right, right.
So layers of security, why? Because we have the technology. So they are just converting their technology into secure technology. Look about your WhatsApp. You see, before 3, 4 years, it was simple text messages which we are passing.
Right.
But now you found, I think, if I'm not wrong, before 3, 4 years, they give the message. The texts are encrypted nowadays.
Yes, it's encrypted, yes.
They're adding security. So we are, every industry, whosoever is using IT, they're more concerned towards security now. So I would say in the future, we need the secure technologies. We need the layers of security.
I even went to Google and now they tell me there's an incognito something.
Yeah. That is a private
security?
This is actually something different window which is related to private surfing, so that if you are something which is very personal and you don't want your data should be shared by the servers, and go with the incognito window. Yeah.
So you see, from what Dr. Rama is talking about, how education has moved, even WhatsApp has moved. Now we are not only into technology, we are into cyber security, not only into security, into cyber security. How has all this happened? Now when I want to talk to you all something about education itself. Now, I'm going to talk about the heavyweights in education. Now, just for your information, I've done my doctorate in psychology. And today I'm doing my doctorate in education. I'm about to finish it, I think, next year.
And sorry, but Dr. Amir is a rich, experienced guy with us. Yeah, we should give a hand of applause.
Thank you.
So he's our senior lecturer, and he's our head of school of psychology. Yeah, and he was our chairperson of exam team.
Thank you.
Yeah, so it is really my pleasure to sit with you.
Thank you.
Yeah. So
Thank
please
you.
share your some experience.
You see, the thing is this, whatever education, I feel that you should never say education is for the young, for the middle age. Even at my age, who's about to retire, I still feel education is the most important thing. I'm going to talk something about the heavyweights in education. John Dewey. Now, Dewey felt very strongly that whatever schools have built before, is not relevant today.
Okay.
When we go into education 1.0, 2.0, 3.0, 4.0, many institutes are still in education 1.0.
Oh, really?
It's a very sad thing. I will come to that afterwards. Another person, Brunner, who was in fact with us until 2016, only 4 or 5 years ago, where he passed away. And our education system in Singapore is based on Brunner.
Okay.
What he said was, he said that we have to use our hands, our training. We have to train our minds to study.
Yeah.
And then you even have these guys, which they are very new, but I don't think I want you to go, but Chalmers and Dennett, where they talked about bringing the third-person data into first-person data. So how education is evolving.
Oh, that's great.
You know, education has been evolving, and apparently, like I said, there are many places that are not evolving. When I talk about education 1.0, it is something that is rammed down the students' throats or heads And after that, they just regurgitate. When they go to the exam, they just throw it out.
So this is just memorization. What do you think?
Exactly. So I feel too many institutes are doing that. Now, why I brought this up was because I've been in MDIS for 13 years now.
Yeah.
Okay, we've been teaching, I've got a lot of colleagues, and I feel that in MDIS, we are at least education 3.0,
That's
where
right.
we are so creative, we tell peers to have discussions, we give them time to be creative, we give them time to be critical, even in technology, in psychology, in business, in social sciences, in tourism, in everything. That is why I feel that what happened, like even when you talk about Bloom's taxonomy, which institute today have you found that they even go into application of knowledge, go into analysis, go into evaluation, and how do we use that, what we have learned?
Yeah.
So that disappoints me, that students are paying so much, and yet the institutes are not, you know. Now in my 13 years, be very frank, many offers have come to me to jump ship, but I've not taken that.
Oh.
Because I feel in here, they allow the lecturers to carry out this kind of experiments, whether sometimes it's experimental science, sometimes experimental in arts, where there is a joining of the two. Like Dewey said, you have to have experiments as well as arts to have a whole founding education.
So you mean we have more peer-to-peer approach, we have more
Yes.
structured approach as compared to the
and
others.
a lot of discussions.
Okay.
That is how we do 3.0 or 4.0.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I think this is the place where students, I think it's fair.
Yeah.
It's fair. You know, where you have synthesis, creation of knowledge,
Yeah.
epistemology, the
Correct.
theory of knowledge.
That's what I use the statement.
Yes.
When you are in learning,
Right.
you need to add information in your own learning. So
Yes.
then you are able to learn more.
Right.
Yeah.
And the students help each other.
Yes.
Of course, the lecturers are there. I'm not saying that they disappear.
Yeah, of course.
But what they do is they become facilitators. They become guides.
Guides.
And that is the way to learn.
So they have some target
Yes.
as per the student to student needs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And I think group work is very important.
Very important.
Very important. It's not only evaluation, but creative thinking. You know, like if we follow, again, like scaffolding, what the lecturers do, this was brought up by Vygotsky.
Okay.
And Vygotsky says that you must, in learning, you must have somebody there in the zone of proximal development who will guide you and assist you,
Correct.
but not teach you.
But not teach you.
Yes.
Group
And
discussion.
that was the beauty of Vygotsky, because somebody, it goes up,
Oh,
they
yeah.
scaffold up. And scaffolding is such that sometimes you as a student, because of your interactions and your creativity, you come up with answers to questions faster or better than your lecturers.
Correct.
And we practice that.
Yeah.
So even when I was told, hey, you'll be getting a better this, better that, I say, look, I'm not really interested in a better this, better that. I am more interested in what the student gains from our systems.
Correct.
You know, I want to talk to you all something about the staff here, a little bit about the staff. Now, many years ago, I spoke to the president of MDIS, Dr. Kwan, and he told me, he said, hey, Amir, I heard you are going to do 2 PhDs. I say, yes, sir, I'm going to try. No, yeah, he just laughed. But, and not only him, the senior director, they are the ones that the staff will emulate. We try and follow them. So what happened was, after that, I just forgot about it, and I did my PhD in psychology. Then before I even started, suddenly I'm getting a lot of journals
Okay.
to refer to. and somebody is telling the staff here, Dr. Amir is going to do this, PhDs and all that, help him. Somebody is working behind.
Okay.
So then I learned that it was the president himself who was instructing others to give me all the material that I needed. And it went through the senior director, of course. And then I told myself, what kind of organization does this? That they support the students. At that time I was a student anyway, even though I was a lecturer, I was still doing my PhD and I was a student.
Yeah.
Who works and helps the students in these kind of ways.
Okay, that's great.
Yeah, that's why I say,
Nice
I really feel if the students come to MDIS, it is your decision. I can't hold your hand and bring you here. However, if you want a place where you learn epistemology, where you learn scaffolding, where everybody is there to support you, because we fully realize that your future depends on how we.
Yes, we are going to mold
And
you.
if we do like what most, I'm not here to pinpoint or point fingers. If we do things like some places are doing where they are at education 1.0, yes, you will pass, you will get a degree, you get a master's. But when you go out in the field, you will find it very difficult to apply it.
Actually, because knowledge is very important.
Yes, so when you are difficult to apply it, how do you impress your bosses? How do you impress the people working with you that you have a master's, you have a PhD?
You are correct. Learning always, environment impact your learning also.
Yes.
So we have this environment.
Yeah, so we have the environment, you have the support of the staff. That much I can assure you. You know,
Yeah,
and I'm telling you this, if the president and the senior directors are looking at all of you and working behind the scenes to make sure you succeed in your endeavors, I think that's the institute that you all have to.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah, I think, you know, at the end of the day, you can go anywhere you want. Nobody is going to force you.
Yeah, of course.
But you have an institute that takes care of you, that makes you reach that pinnacle of your abilities. I think
You're right. Because
that is the way
you
to
see,
go.
IMDIS is the very oldest one institute
Yes.
in the Singapore.
I didn't like the fact that when you say oldest, you pointed to me. I'm not the oldest. But anyway,
I'm
you are
talking
right.
about
The
MDIS.
institute is.
Gold is gold. Yeah.
Yes. You know, yes, you are right.
Yeah.
You are right. I've been here for 13 years. I've enjoyed every minute of it.
Oh, wow.
Really.
I'm feeling so good when you're saying I'm here from 13 years. In
Yes.
So that's
And
very
I
nice.
have had all the support, like I said, even from the president, the senior directors.
That's why environment always give impact. Like I'm sitting with you, I'm learning
Sure.
many things within 1 hour.
I'm glad.
Yeah, so environment definitely impacts. So it is my pleasure to sit with highly experienced faculty. So what about the students?
Yes.
They need this type of environment.
Yes.
Yeah. So
One day, a student came up to me when I was lecturing in psychology, and he came up to me and he asked me, "Sir, how do we do first person?" I'm just giving an example.
Yeah.
First person data. I say, "Why do you say that?" He said, "You always tell me that we are all individuals. We don't even think about first person." So I said, "Follow what Dennett said. Take third person data, do a assessment." He said, "How?" I said, "Team analysis, TA. You bring all your results together, and more or less that will be the first person data."
Yeah.
And then he said, "But sir, in psychology, I have learned that that is still not first person data. That is subjective." And then I say, "Hey, that's the hard problem, isn't it? Maybe you will come up with it. Come up with your group, discuss this, see whether you can experiment and move third person into first person. If it doesn't work, what can you come up with? Bring me in, we can discuss together."
correct.
That's how we learn from each other. And like I say, it's not only the students that get information from us. Today, I'm even learning from my grandson.
Yeah.
So it has become how we apply, how we evaluate, how we create education.
So our content is improving with the current
Exactly.
generation information also.
Yes, and if you have an institute that backs you up,
Yes.
I think that's
That is very important.
most important.
Very important.
Now I'm about to finish, like I said, my second PhD, and the amount of help I got from it was tremendous. Because without research, how can you do a PhD?
Second PhD.
Exactly.
Second
So
PhD.
I'm very, very obligated to them.
Oh, that's
really.
great. That's great. That's
So what do you feel? Do you think that this is the way education should go? Whether it's technology, psychology, anything, life sciences, that we have to have hands-on. As Dewey said, after many, many years, we have to learn to experiment. Otherwise, nothing is factual. And it is you, the student, who will make it factual. And we will give you the opportunity to do it. I think that's important.
Yeah, the opportunity, the
Do you feel?
environment. Yes, of course, I'm totally agree with you. Even though I don't have this much of well-versed experience, what you were talking, it's my pleasure to listen to you. But when we mix our thoughts, so I think it is very much important to have a good knowledge in right environment, in education 3.0, what you're talking about. And if it will be the goldest movement for our student if we have technology together with all these stuff. Yeah. So young lecturers with the experienced lecturers, so they are able, they would definitely have the good environment for their learning. So this journey will definitely give them opportunity in their future to think something more.
Yes.
Think something more and bring something good. The experiments, yeah, so they can do the blending exercise. Yeah, so I think so, yeah. This is important.
You know, you have heard of this theory, the fully functioning person.
Fully functioning person,
Yes.
okay.
I've also come up with other theories which I don't want to bring up here, but I feel education is like that. It is never ending.
Education never ending.
Never ending.
Never ending.
Yes,
Correct.
it is on and on. Even when time comes for me to go, to retire, I will still have to go for courses and classes, maybe in IT, to improve myself.
Yeah, learning never stops.
Never stops. And the day you stop learning, unfortunately, is the day you stop living.
I'm totally agree with you.
Really.
Yeah.
So keep at it. Whatever it is, we are here for you. I mean, that is, we can only offer you the best. We can offer you people who are interested, who are lecturers, and like I said, even trickles down from the senior directors and the president.
Correct.
I think we should all consider.
Yeah, and we should think about when the youngsters are coming in our institute, the teenagers are coming, we are giving them, the path how to move towards the future industries, right? So they can use our information, they can use our experience,
Yes.
and they can bring something, they can give something good to this world, right?
Right.
So we can have CEOs, we can have future directors.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think careers are the most important.
most important.
In the end of the day, you want to lead somebody or you want to lead your own life. Lead your own life to the best of your ability,
Yeah.
and we'll be there to assist you.
Yes.
That's the best I can say.
Yes, yes, I'm totally agree with you. Like if I see in this pandemic situation also, I don't think so we left any opportunity for our students.
Yes.
We always think in vice versa way,
Right.
how to give them information.
Right.
Even for the laboratory, we are providing them virtual environment for the open sources,
Right.
some laboratory equipment software. Doesn't matter the student belongs to Vietnam or India or any part of this world, right? So they never lack, so they all are in the equal platform,
Yes.
right? So
Listen to what Dr. Rama has just said. If you are listening, remember, an institute is good where you have experimental sciences and the arts combining, because you need a balance of the two.
Yeah.
And this is not only said by me, but by one of the great John Dewey.
yes, correct.
Yes, he said you have
personality.
to have a combination of the two to produce not a student, but a person.
Yes,
And I think that's the beauty of our education here.
yeah.
Okay?
Yeah, I'm so happy in MDIS,
Yeah, thank
right?
you. Yeah, yes. I
Yeah.
think we have done great.
Yeah,
We've done great for many years.
yeah,
But it's a lot more to do also.
Yeah.
A lot of hard work. But we are here with you.
yes.
Okay?
Yeah, we are definitely
Anything
here
else
with
you would like to say, Dr. Rama?
All the best. Join us. See you soon.
Thank you.
Thank you.